All right, thank you for your patience. All right, good evening and welcome to this Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 meeting of the Raymore Planning and Zoning Commission. If you would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Run through roll call here. Commissioner Parker,
Present.
Commissioner Shanks is absent, Commissioner Townsend,
Present.
Commissioner Harrison is absent, Chairman Wiggins is here, Vice Chair Pfizer,
Present.
Secretary Smith,
Present.
Commissioner Kia,
Present.
and Mayor Turnbow is absent, so we will have 6 this evening, which is good. We have no personal appearances scheduled, so we'll move into item 5, consent agenda. One item, item A, approval of minutes from the January 20th, 2026 meeting. I'd entertain a motion to dispose of this item, please.
So moved.
A second.
Motion by Commissioner Kia, second by Vice Chair Pfizer to approve the minutes of the January 20th, 2026 meeting. Any discussion of the topic? Seeing none, all in favor? That will pass unanimously, 6-0. Perfect, thank you. Moving along, no unfinished business, so we'll jump into item 7, new business. We have 4 items tonight, starting with our first item, case number 25043, Prairie Acres Final Plat, Lot 1. With that, I would turn it over to either staff or the applicant, please.
All right, good evening, members of the commission, as well as Mr. Chair. Before you this evening is a planning application for a final plat of Prairie Acres that was submitted by the applicant Kent Stark. The property is located at 707 North Prairie Lane Road, and this is for final plat approval. The application was filed requesting the approval of the Prairie Acres final plat involving 1 residential lot. The property in total is 60 plus or minus acres. It's being subdivided to create a single lot of approximately 4.5 acres in size, which contains the existing home and several accessory structures. The remaining balance of the land will stay unplatted. After this application, we'll open up another application that has to do with the rezoning of this proposed lot here. Currently, the property is zoned agricultural. As mentioned before, it is approximately 4.5 acres in size of what's being proposed, and that's a density of 0.22 dwelling units per acre. The property owner does desire to subdivide and plat their property into a single lot for the purposes of preparing the remaining balance of the land to sell some point in the future. The proposed lot will encompass the existing home and accessory structures, and the remaining balance will remain unplatted. There are 2 non-conforming accessory structures on the property in the form of barns. The non-conforming conformity comes from the structures not meeting side yard setbacks of at least 15 feet. Currently, those structures are at 12.1 feet and 12.6 feet from the property line. Nothing too significant, just something that we want to officially kind of document as part of this plat. Staff is recommending that the Planning and Zoning Commission accept the proposed findings of fact for the Prairie Acres final plat and forward the recommendation of approval to the City Council. With that, we'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Mr. McCumber. Any members of the commission have any questions for staff regarding this item? If not, I would seek a motion to approve, or to dispose of this, rather. Or do we have anything, just to clarify, do we have anything from the applicant themselves, but otherwise are we presenting on behalf of the applicant? Just to make sure. Okay. All right. With that, I would entertain a motion for this item, please.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir, Mr.
I
Townsend.
move that we approve the agenda item for us today with the additional caveats for the recommendation subject to the, I believe it is the zoning map approval, as well as the recording of the deeds within 1 year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Townsend, second by Secretary Smith for the Planning and Zoning Commission to accept the proposed findings of fact for Prairie Acres final plat and forward a recommendation of approval to the City Council with the 2 approval items as, or subject items as addressed. Any final discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? That will also pass unanimously, 6-0. Thank you. Moving along, staying kind of in that same vein, we have case number 25044, Prairie Acres rezoning. A to RE. This does require a public hearing, which I will open at 6:06 PM. And with that, I would turn it over either to staff again or to the applicant, please.
Yes, so again, before you is a planning application for a rezoning of Prairie Acres. The applicant, Kent Stark, submitted the application. The project location is 707 North Prairie Lane Road, and this is for rezoning approval. The current zoning classification is A, Agricultural District, and the request is for RE, Rural Estate District. The property consists of just over 4.5 acres and is part of the Prairie Acres subdivision. The city's comprehensive plan designates this property as low-density residential, low-density residential future land use, which is most closely aligned with kind of our more typical subdivisions that we have across the town. Due to the subject property being already developed, it is appropriate to consider a less dense residential zoning district such as this RE Rural Estate District. The remaining unplatted area of the property under common ownership would likely be recommended for a residential district, aligned with the future land use designation of low density if proposed for development in the future. Staff is recommending that the Planning and Zoning Commission accept the findings of fact for case 25044 rezoning Prairie Acres and forward a recommendation of approval onto the City Council, and be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, sir. So just to clarify, the subject property that's unplatted that will remain A, agriculture, and then the section within the blue we're discussing changing it from agriculture to rural estate, and that application designation is because, or that zoning designation is because of the lot size requirements that we have for our city.
Yes, this is correct. It would only
Perfect.
apply to the approximate 4.54 acres.
Perfect.
The remaining balance staying agricultural.
Before we move into public comment, do any commissioners have any questions for city staff? Very good. This is a public hearing, so we do allow any members of the public that wish to come forward to speak regarding this item to please come forward. And if you do so, please state your name and address for the record and keep your comments to 5 minutes. Seeing no one move, I will go ahead and close the public hearing. Thank you, at 6:09 PM. And with that, I would entertain a motion to dispose of this item.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir, Mr. Townsend.
I move that the Plan and Zone accept the findings of fact for case number 25044 and the rezoning of Prairie Acres and forward to with recommendation of approval to the City Council.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion by Commissioner Townsend, second by Commissioner Urquia for the Planning and Zoning Commission to accept the findings of fact for case number 25044, rezoning Prairie Acres, and forward a recommendation of approval onto the City Council. Any discussion of the topic? Seeing none, all in favor? That will also pass unanimously, 6-0. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll move along to our third item tonight, which is case number 25042, the Raymore Commerce Center Final Plat, Lot 2. This time I would either turn it over again to city staff or the applicant. for
Yes,
presentation.
this application is for a request for the final plat of approval for Raymore Commerce Center South, second final plat. This is including one lot and one tract of land. The property currently is zoned PUD, Planned Unit Development. In total, it comprises of 38.39 plus or minus acres. Back in July of 2022, the City Council had voted to approve the PUD rezoning request and preliminary development plan for this property in its entirety. And then on November 10th of 2025, the City Council approved the Raymore Commerce Center first final plat, which is directly east of this subject property. Staff has reviewed the final plat and confirmed that it is in conformance with the approved preliminary plat. Staff is recommending that the Planning and Zoning Commission accept the proposed findings of fact and forward a recommendation of approval with conditions to the City Council regarding case 25042, Raymore Commerce Center South, second final plat, and would be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, sir. Any members of the commission have questions for city staff? Will there be an applicant presentation, or will that suffice as well?
We do have the applicant here in attendance. I'm not sure if they were planning to speak or whatnot, but they are here to answer questions if you have any of them.
Very good. So if anybody has any questions for the applicant or city staff? All right, seeing none, I would entertain a motion, please.
Chairman,
Sir, Mr. Urquilla.
yeah, I'd like to make a motion that the Planning and Zoning Commission accept the proposed findings of fact and forward a recommendation of approval to the City Council regarding case number 25042, Raymore Commerce Center South Second Final Plat, contingent on the 3 outlined conditions in our packet.
Do I have a second, please?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Urquilla, second by Secretary Smith, for the Raymore Planning and Zoning Commission to accept the proposed findings of fact and forward a recommendation of approval to the City Council regarding case number 25042, Raymore Commerce Center South Second Final Plat, with the 3 conditions as outlined. Any final discussion of the topic? Seeing none, all in favor? That'll pass unanimously as well, 6-0. Thank you. Okay, we'll cruise on into our final piece of new business, case number 25038, Creekside Ranch Final Plat. And with that, I would turn it over to either city staff or the applicant, please.
All right, this application is for the Creekside Ranch Final Plat, lots 2 through 20. The applicant is here in attendance, and I believe their engineer with Engineering Solutions is also here. This is an application requesting final plat approval of the Creekside Ranch lots 2 through 20 final plat, which includes 19 residential lots. The property is currently zoned RE Rural Estate District. In total, it comprises 69.02 plus or minus acres. In February 2024, as the City Council had approved the Creekside Ranch preliminary plat, as well as the rezoning from A Agricultural District to RE Rural Estate District, and the annexation of the property into the city of Raymore. Prior to this final plat request, the applicant submitted an application for a minor subdivision plat, which combined 4 lots of the preliminary plat generally north and east of Amara Drive. This unplatted area is intended for the development's owner to construct a home. Later, the intention is to construct 3 additional homes on the parcel. However, a plat will be required to subdivide lots from the parcel in accordance with the Creekside Ranch preliminary plat. It's expected that the same number of lots will be created as approved by that preliminary plat that was originally approved. Staff is recommending that the Planning and Zoning Commission accept the proposed findings of fact for the Creekside Ranch final plat, lots 2 through 20, and forward the recommendation of approval with conditions onto the City Council. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, sir. Do members of the commission have any questions for city staff or the applicant this evening regarding this case? All right, seeing none, I would entertain a motion for this item, please.
Chairman,
Sir, Mr. Urquilla.
I'd like to make a motion the Planning and Zoning Commission accept the proposed findings of fact for the Creekside Ranch final plat, lots 2 through 20, and forward it with a recommendation of approval to City Council, contingent on the 3 conditions outlined in our packet.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Urquilla, second by Vice Chair Fizer, for the Planning and Zoning Commission to accept the proposed findings of fact for the Creekside Ranch final plat, lots 2 through 20, and forward a recommendation of approval to the City Council with the 3 conditions as outlined. Any discussion of the topic? Seeing none, all in favor? That will also pass unanimously, 6-0. That will conclude new business this evening. We will move into item 8, which is our City Council report, to which I turn over to Mr. Zur.
Thank you, Chairman Wiggins, members of the commission. Thank you so much, and I apologize for my tardiness this evening. I was coming in from a longer stay in Trenton, Missouri than I expected today. So, since your last Planning and Zoning Commission meeting on January 20th, there have been 2 council legislative sessions. At the February 9th legislative session, there was 1 item of interest for the council or for the commission this evening. At that meeting, the majority of the council voted to uphold your decision denying the site plan for the Seven Brew coffee shop at 58 Highway in Kentucky. That was similar presentations were made to the council at that meeting by the applicant. Council had the opportunity to consider and review all of the information, including the items that you all provided to them and the minutes from your meeting, and made their decision to uphold that decision that you all had provided before. So that was done as an appeal. Not normally would the council would not normally receive a site plan review. It was appealed by the applicant, and code provides for that appeal process to go directly to the council. So that would be the only thing I could have for report this evening. Nothing on the January 26th agenda for the legislative consideration by the council of concern for the Planning and Zoning Commission. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. I see we're without the mayor this evening. I think Mr. McCumber may have been in attendance. In fact, I know he was at attendance for the February 9th meeting. If he's got anything else to add, I'd welcome him to do so.
I have nothing else.
Thank you. Moving into staff report, Mr. McCumber, sir.
Mr. Gress had provided, I think, the staff report previously, maybe through email, and said that if there was any questions, he'd be happy to answer, but I don't think there was anything included for tonight's staff report.
The only question I would have for you would be regarding March 3rd, which is our next scheduled meeting. Is that planned to be held at this time?
Let me take a look here and see. I don't think we have anything on. Yes, we do. March 3rd, I believe the only item that we will have is going to be those residential development standards that we had met with you all, as well as City Council back in January.
Correct.
I believe it was. So we'll be bringing that forward for public hearing on March 3rd.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Anything, Mr. Perry?
Nothing to add tonight, thank you.
Thank you. Moving into item 10, which is public comment. As always, we welcome any members of the public to come and speak if they have anything that they wish to share with the commission. Seeing none, we'll move on to commission member comments. So I'll just kind of move right along this evening. I'm going to start to my immediate left with Vice Chair Fizer first, please.
Okay, well, thanks to staff for getting all the information to us. We had a lot of different cases tonight, which is kind of unusual, but I think everything went well. That's really all I have. Thanks.
Commissioner Townsend, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The only thing I'd like to add this evening, I appreciate staff's diligence and detail they put into the packets. Even though we're only 20 minutes into the hour, we knocked out quite a bit of information and one large project in the family lot rezoning, and then the single family lots at Creekside Ranch. But still, the manner and the detail you put in present the information makes this seem like it's quick, but it's very detailed, offers opportunities offline, outside of these hours, to sit with you and talk through particular matters to get educated on. So I appreciate that detail that you put into it, because it makes it look easy, but I know it's not. So again, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Secretary Smith.
I have nothing tonight, thank you.
Commissioner Parker.
I just want to echo Commissioner Townsend's compliments. The staff, as usual, did a great job detailing all of the information for all of the applications, so thank you guys.
Commissioner Kia, sir.
Echoing those thoughts, always appreciate everything that the council or that the city staff puts into putting our packets together so that we're prepared when we come in for these meetings, so that we are able to get through so much information in such a short amount of time. So thank you all. I appreciate what you do.
Thank you to staff. Echoing what Commissioner Townsend said, I know if Mayor Turnbow was here, he probably would say a very similar statement. It does seem like we do go through some stuff very quickly. However, like our third and fourth items, we went through the plat process over time. We've gone through Creekside Ranch. We went through rezoning and all sorts of other processes leading up to that. Obviously, the first two items were new, but also very straightforward, and a lot of information provided by the staff that was very clear and cut. So thank you very much for all that information and all the work that you guys do to be able to allow us to have the direct information at our disposal. With that, I would say we will see you guys on March 3rd and entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Kia, second by Vice Chair Fizer to adjourn. All in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.